It's Flip Pop Radio, SDJ and Stephanie V. Every week we're back at you. What's up, Steph?
What's up? I missed you.
Yes, we got and miss you too. You know what? We got a lot of things to cover, and hopefully you are ready to rock and roll, man. There's been some tragedies and a lot of things in sports. Where you want to start at?
Oh, let's start with the tragedies. I guess what's going on right now with the whole Earl Hayes and Stephanie Mosley
Yes.
tragedy. Uh, Nothing new on the case so far. But
Well, bring people up to speed that's been under a rock, just in case.
well, these two people, Earl Hayes is part of Mayweather's crew, and he's also a rapper. Stephanie Mosley is a very well-known dancer and was on a VH1 show. I forget what the name
Ball.
of
It's
the
like
show.
ballers or something dealing with.
No, it was a dance show that it was a reality dance show that was
Was
going
it?
around.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
That
a basketball show that she was on.
no, she is well, she might have been on that show too, but this one that she was taping now was for a reality dance show,
Oh, okay.
um, and that they were, covering some of the best dancers in LA, their lives.
Yes, I see what you're
Uh,
saying. Okay, gotcha. But she was on. There was this little show that I know someone used to watch. It was like she was very beautiful, very attractive. On
yeah.
that, and Rick Fox was on that show. That's how I remember. And dang,
Uh,
that's sad. He was a former
yeah.
best friend of Floyd Mayweather, huh?
One of he was in his crew. I don't know if he was best friends, but
Yeah, yeah.
supposedly that before he shot her and himself or whatever exactly went down, he that Mayweather was on the phone with him or on FaceTime. So it might
Wow.
have been that he did see everything that happened or went down. But I know the authorities are in talks right now with Mayweather's camp. Of course, you know how that's going to go. Um,
Unbelievable.
but it's
Wow.
called a murder suicide, which I've never, where he shot her and then he shot himself. And were separated, they were back together, they were separated, they're reconciling again. He had accused her of cheating with a R&B singer.
Trey Songs.
That's what
Trey's.
they're saying, but nobody has
It's Trey
really.
Songz. He's known for smashing women. Some other. Did you see the football players said the same thing? They
Oh
got it.
yeah.
Remember that?
Don't okay, let's talk about that next. Let's finish since
Yes.
this so but anyway, rest in peace. She was a beautiful woman, supposedly an amazing dancer. She's danced with Britney Spears,
Yes.
Chris Brown, Jennifer Lopez even tweeted as her being an amazing dancer, and just really sad. It's like you look at these women that are so amazing and just have such beautiful talents, and then the men that they choose to be with, and it's just like
Yes.
just doesn't go together to me. It's like, even Chloe, like a Chloe Kardashian and Lamar or French Montana, it's just like,
Yeah. The-
where is
yeah, man.
what do you see in these people?
You
Like,
never know
not to
though. I
say,
mean, I think what it is with them is with her, they met in LA, the glamorous life. He's around Floyd Mayweather. He was one of Floyd Mayweather's artists. So he was around Floyd, the glamour
yep,
life, flying on private jets. She was young and up and coming like when they met. So it wasn't like, I mean, she's beautiful, but that's only can carry you so far. And so, you
exactly.
never know and then they married each other. So I look at that as a positive. So something went wrong. He had a dark side to it. I think he was just depressed. Like he
Yeah.
he was known for being depressed, they said, and he even wrote a song I heard they just released about actually committing suicide. So he even already premeditated from the very beginning about taking his own life. And he didn't have to take her life. You want to
Yeah.
take your life, shoot yourself.
And we all know that with highly depressed people and mental illness, it's huge right now. And when people are suffering from it, you really have to take it into account and make sure you know that it is something serious to look at. But of course, everybody in his camp, I'm sure that's
Yeah, Floyd
not.
Mayweather, he allegedly watched the entire thing on FaceTime. I don't know how true that is. It just sounds like too
Yeah,
good to be
especially.
true. Like that's just unbelievable to watch somebody killed, hear the shots, and then you to hear the thing go down. So
Yep. So rest in peace.
yeah,
But
man.
speaking about throwing people under the bridge, yeah, one of the Detroit Lions football players threw The Russell Wilson under the bridge talking about you can have my girlfriend or good luck with my girlfriend. I thought she was something about I thought she was respectful to me or something like that, but you can have her. And
Russell
she took it.
Wilson?
Yep,
Really?
yep.
He was she. A lot of these.
Because I follow him on Instagram
You
and
know, I saw another guy tweet out the other day about some teammate sleeping with his some former teammate sleeping with his wife. Is that the one
yeah,
you're talking about? Is that it?
I don't
This
know.
must have been a
I
different.
think it was a
This guy
couple
was on
days ago.
Twitter. We don't even have names. That's a shame. I'm not into gossip, but I did see that. I saw these guys. I'm seeing football players and people get I'm seeing guys get emotional on social media now.
Yeah, so supposedly she was with, I mean, it doesn't say, but yeah, they're like blasting each other out on Twitter and Instagram. It's kind of
Wow.
sad.
Oh
Like
wait,
you
you know
think
what? But
about,
they were roommates in college, right?
oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know that. I don't know who that
Yeah,
one
but I
is,
think they were
but
roommates in college. Yep, him and Russell Wilson were roommates. He smashed his girl. I don't know. This is gonna be a different story, man. It's all
I
these.
know. And you think about like, come on, there's so many women in this. I mean, you got
Anyway,
the same chick?
yes.
Really?
Oh, by the way, it
And
can't.
maybe Russell was just mad
Yeah, there was so
because
many.
that's what his wife did to him. That's supposedly what his wife did to him. Smash some other guys on another team.
Where do you find these? Where they find
Yeah.
these girls, man? Anyway.
So it was just one big old happy circle over there.
Yes, NBA. Oh, so that's football. By the way, I was watching the news yesterday. Cam Newton, the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, was in an accident. The turnover vehicle is SUV. He had a truck. He was driving a big truck, and it turned over on his head, and he had to be taken to the hospital. And he like fractured some parts of his back, so he's out for like
Oh
a
no,
couple weeks.
I was waiting for the update on him, but I hadn't heard anything as opposed to like what exactly happened.
Yeah, I know. And this was right
But
by the
on his
stadium.
back, that's
Yeah,
not
but
good.
that big SUV flipped over. That was
Yeah.
unbelievable. But
Yeah, my sister was in a witnessed a car accident on Thanksgiving where a little Mazda hit a Escalade on the side and the Escalade flipped over.
what?
Yeah.
You know
Yep.
what it is? They're not making these trucks. The new ones are too high, sitting up on the. Oh, that's just unbelievable.
So you think like you're more safe because you're higher and stuff,
Yeah,
but
there's no way Escalade should be able to be flipped over by a little Mazda. There's
exactly.
no way. Even a Mazda going at 80.
So let's
Anyway,
let's talk about LeBron. I guess this is kind of gossip and sports at the same time, but
yes.
the princess and prince of England came to the States and were in New York and they got to go to a what was it, a Cavaliers game or
Yes.
was it? Yes.
The Cavaliers.
And they
Cavaliers
got
versus Toronto, I want to say.
yeah,
I don't
and
know.
they got to meet first they got to meet Jay-Z and
Oh, wait,
Beyonce,
yeah, it
which
was Cavaliers versus Brooklyn in Brooklyn at the
in
Barclay.
Brooklyn, right? So first they got to meet Beyonce and Jay-Z, which everyone is saying is our king and queen
Yeah,
of
royalty.
royalty, which I want to throw up with that.
I'll
But
take that. King
so
J.
first they got to meet them, and they, everyone was saying, I wonder what they talked about, like what Kate had to say to Beyonce and what
Small
Beyonce
chat.
had to
I
say.
can tell you guys what they talked about. They tried to the first approach was, "Oh, did you enjoy the game?" Like some generic conversation about enjoying the game, which none of them even paid any attention to
Right.
whatsoever. So that's how it started off, and then maybe you ask about the kids, right? Because she's pregnant. So I bet you they had a pregnancy conversation.
True, true, true.
Other than that, I don't know where it went from there. Now
Exactly.
Jay Z and Prince, I don't know. Maybe they was talking about getting on some hoes at the 4040 club upstairs. I don't know. I don't know.
I thought the 4040 Club closed down.
This
It's
one
still up.
upstairs. This one in the Barclays Center now.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
yeah, brand new.
So then they got the opportunity to meet with LeBron, and LeBron just, just being the big, huggable, lovable type of guy he is, they made him jerseys. They even made Prince, the baby George, a little jersey. And while they were taking pictures, LeBron decides to put his arm around Kate.
What?
Dun, dun.
And Savannah just had a baby for LeBron? Shame on him. Hey, you see how these NBA players, these athletes are? How
So
disrespectful.
his big flaw was in royalty
Wait,
terms.
put his arm around where? During the game or what?
No, during pictures after the
What? What's wrong with
game.
that?
Well, supposedly in royalty mode, you're never supposed to touch
The
the
prince.
prince or the princess.
Oh, he violated.
Royalty. You never touch royalty. You bow down.
Did he
Bow
bow
down.
at least? Did he squat? A courtesy? you know you.
So him not knowing
What?
the proper etiquette,
Yeah.
he put his arm around her and he just got blasted. And everyone's opinion is like, well, look, if you're in London or New England, I mean, in London, then that goes there. But when you're in America, when you're in the U.S.,
Yeah.
then our rules apply, and our rules is that we hug and we
Hey,
touch.
wh-
And
well,
but
did
Pierce
it?
Morgan's blasted him. Everyone's kind of
Well,
like,
if her man didn't step up and say anything, that was.
well, I think it would have just been awkward for all of them, I mean, just to be standing there with these jerseys. But at the same time, like, it didn't really seem like she was like, I think she
Nah,
might have been thinking about it in her head, but in
nah,
reality,
man.
like,
That was what's his name? Prince. Who's the dude? What's his name? Harry. Who's the guy?
that's the brother.
Who's this dude? What's his name?
Uh,
Prince.
Grandma, what's his
Is
name?
it Edward or what? We got to get his
Prince
name.
Edward or Prince?
This not
The
Harry.
brother
Yeah,
that
Harry's the younger guy. This dude needs to say something.
Charles? Is it Prince Charles?
Yeah, no, Charles is dead, ain't
That's his dad.
he? Yeah, I
Prince
don't.
Charles is
Who's
Kate's husband.
who is he? Oh,
Prince
William.
William.
There we go. Yeah, Prince William should have stepped up and said, "Look, excuse me, Jay.
Dang, we are like slow to royalty. We're never
That's
gonna get to meet them.
that's
Can't
okay.
pronounce right.
Listen, hey, you never know. You better go meet one of those court jesters and maybe fifth in line for the king. We can get you married over there in London.
Well, yeah, the other brother is Harry.
Anyway,
Anyway, oh man, I heard some like I woke up the other morning and I was fishing through Facebook and I saw some horrific news on the Latin side of things that
what?
I saw that Selena's killer, Selena the singer, they were
Yes.
talking about letting her get out early release because of health issues. And I was just floored. I couldn't believe it. I just
What?
Yeah. But then this morning, I woke up and looked up and said that she was denied. That said that her health issues
She must be
were not
dying.
as large, and she would not be released till 2025. And I said, good thing. I said because she would have a lot of Hispanic people at her door.
You
She
gonna
she
you
would
got
be
you gonna put together a little mob? You gonna
she
pay her
would
a
be
visit?
found. She would be
Do
found.
I have to bail you out? I got some bail
You
money for you.
you just might. You just might. And that's something that I wouldn't mind being bailed out for.
So wait,
So
I heard about this some years ago. She was sick. Is she pulling the same stunt every 5 years? This came up
probably.
before. I remember.
Yeah, I suppose she had some kidney issues, so I'm
Listen,
not
if I
sure.
was in jail, I'd be crying sick too. My uncle died in jail of cancer. If he had to do his time, hey,
She's got to do her time.
I don't have
Yeah.
any empathy for anybody that does a crime. Do the time.
So Selena's killer, FYI, will stay in jail. So what is going on with Drake and
Yes.
Diddy right
I
now?
don't know.
What is this big
I
quarrel they have going, or why did he get slapped the F out?
So apparently, this producer gave Diddy a beat about 8 months ago. Diddy never used it. I guess Diddy's too busy flying all over the world and jet setting. And Drake got the beat and got frustrated and said, "Man, I want this beat." Drake put out a freestyle, and the song became a hit at 0 to 100 beat. And it's actually an old sample from years ago in the early days of hip hop, 90s hip hop, and Drake brought it back to life as only Drake could do. I don't know why Diddy thought that he could actually do anything with the song. Maybe he wanted a cut. Maybe Drake wasn't having it. Maybe just because Drake's from Toronto and Diddy's from Harlem, he figured he could slap him around. I don't know. Anyway, he slapped him. I guess apparently they got into a little scuffle in Miami at Live, our spot where we partied up and had a great time. We didn't slap
That's
anyone,
right.
and
I could have slapped some people.
we could have, but we didn't get into any scuffles. Anyway, that's what happened over there. So it's just a little spat, but that's cool. I don't think it was anything to be worried about. I was worried about Drake maybe have taken Cassie away from Diddy or something
Well,
like that.
supposedly, yeah, they weren't sure whether it was had to do about the song or whether Drake said something
Hey,
disrespectful
by the way, is
about
Drake sleeping with
Cassie.
everybody in the industry or what? Or is Drake the
I
only one?
know. And
Drake's
he
getting
seems
it.
so like passive aggressive, like
Yeah.
he just seems like so, I mean, I've never met him, but he just doesn't seem like one of those type of guys, but I guess man, he opens his
Hey
mouth and
man,
when he
you know
does,
what? I'm just thinking like maybe Drake's the way he is in public. Like he got this whole perception, but Drake's actually not a corny dude. Maybe he get behind closed doors and he like Mr. Suave, Rico Suave or something. He's
I don't know.
smooth because he's
I've always had a really big crush on him and
what?
all my
What?
girlfriends know that.
Are you serious? You
Yes,
joined? Are you in the Drake? This is horrible. I was about to start trashing it. What is attractive about Drake? Like if you saw Drake in the streets as a regular guy, you wouldn't find him that
that's not
attractive.
true. I might have. So I don't
Unbelievable.
know,
When Drake was on Degrassi, he wasn't getting this much
Drake, if
play,
you're looking
man.
for a real woman, call me up.
Nah, hell no. I'll step in. You know I don't interfere in your relationships, but this one right here,
Yes, dude,
I'll
what are you
be
talking about?
damned if Drake has anything to do with this circle. On the outside, anything. Anyway, uh, all
Well,
right.
let's talk some strange news, I guess.
Yes.
So there's a kid in Maryland at school who proceeds to bring some brownies to school. And the teacher's like, "Hey, I'd like a piece of that brownie." And the kid turns around, gives him a piece of brownie, full knowing what these brownies contain.
Alrighty.
Watches the teacher start acting spacey, which I mean, even if you just eat one brownie with any type, some type of
Yeah.
substance. I'm not saying I have, but
Yeah.
even if you
Nah,
have,
yeah,
um,
yeah, a bite get to screwed up for a couple hours. Less long.
yeah. So the teacher
Yeah.
was loopy and acting strange, and I mean, I can only imagine what the kids were thinking. But
That is so cool.
finally, it came out that the brownies contain marijuana.
Yes. Love it. I love it. You know why? Because the greedy ass teacher. Why do you eat from other people anyway? You greedy. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the kid is now he's 17. He's being charged, and
What?
yeah, kids
Oh no. He shouldn't be
don't
charged.
bring weed brownies to school.
He should
Don't
not.
eat weed brownie. Stay away from weed, but
He should.
definitely don't bring them to
He
school,
should
and
not.
definitely don't give them to your teachers.
He
That's
should
the
not be
stupidest thing
charged.
ever. Are you stupid or what?
Why are they charging him? I would have said no. I spit on these. I lick these. You know how you lick on something when you were a kid, so you
Yeah,
don't have to share it with anyone.
I guess maybe like he just didn't think too. He wasn't like quickly thinking and was just like, "Oh yeah, you can have a."
Yes.
Oh shit, you know.
What a
I
shame,
don't.
man.
I don't know.
Anyway,
So strange news.
that is strange.
Keep your weed brownies at home,
Oh,
children.
by the way, in baseball, we don't do a lot of baseball news, but John Lester got a 6-year, $155 million
Oh
contract from the
my
Cubs. The
God.
Cubs is my childhood team. We've never won a World Series in 100 years. Probably not in my lifetime, but if I could see that before I die, that's on my bucket list. The Cubs winning a World Series. We got an ace, 155 million. Maybe this is all the money we got in the world to spend. So maybe,
Obviously.
so maybe we won't have any other players on the team, but he got 155 million. So hey, to each his own.
That is crazy. That is just.
Yes, that's a big contract. That's the biggest contract, and that's got to be the
Well,
biggest contract.
it's like
Oh, by
but
the
and their money is
That's
guaranteed. It's not
guaranteed.
like football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's guaranteed money right there, big money. That's why I got my kid. I coach basketball, but it's just for fun. But if I was really serious about being like a stage dad, I'm out there with my kids and on the baseball field trying to make some money and get some
Yeah, I'm
contracts.
talking about baseball and golf.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
golf, it takes a lot of money to invest, but baseball, you can be kind of poor and do it. So you could be in the hood and be a baseball. Baseball players come up from all over these, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, wherever, Mexico, wherever. But you don't have to have a lot of money. But golf, shit, it costs $100 just to go out get 9 rounds of golf. So it's a little bit harder to raise little Tiger Woods out there.
This is crazy, but this just in that LeBron James says that he'll be catching NFL passes from Johnny Manziel in 2015. He just told the Cleveland reporters, the Cleveland Browns coach, that he was invited to try out with the team in 2015.
Hey, yeah, we missed that. I'm glad you brought that up. You are right on the money because I have been a big fan of Johnny Manziel from the very beginning. I like this guy. This guy is Showtime, and I can't wait to see him start this Sunday. I'm gonna be glued to the TV to watch and see what this guy does. He's
He
unbelievable.
better because I mean, I'm definitely not I mean, he's got some Aggie fans out here that are like cult fans, and I've
Yeah,
definitely never been a huge fan of Manziel, mainly because I'm not a fan of the Tex, I'm not an Aggie fan,
yeah,
but and don't kill me for saying that, Aggies, but I'm just saying.
yes.
So, and I called it. I said, watch, they're gonna throw this little guy on this team, coming right out of college, and he's not gonna show up. He's not gonna show up. And so far, he really hasn't been able to show up. They haven't given him the opportunity, but
Yeah.
we'll
You know what
see.
they were
But
trying to?
he
They
said
trying.
that throughout the whole
Listen,
season.
man. He's one of those guys.
LeBron James has been texting
Listen.
Manziel weekly before the games, after the games.
It's showtime.
And,
It is going
uh,
down. You know, they've been hating on him. You know, he's a Hollywood guy. They try to humble him. You know, you're not a rookie. No rookie comes in starting, but now it's showtime. They want to give it to him. And they have a chance to make the playoff run. So this is a perfect opportunity for him. Anyway, music, where are we at? I wanted to mention J. Cole as our music of the week. That's my pick. I play a couple of little snippets from J. Cole's album. Unbelievable album, that old school boom bap feel to it. Most of the songs are produced by J. Cole himself. So it's just that's just my pick. You got anything? I don't know what you've been listening to. Anybody influence you? Gwen's
I have currently been listening to all Christmas songs.
Boo, Rudolph the Red-Nosed. I'm Scrooge. I'm Scrooge.
So I really don't know. I'm singing Christmas songs at a children's charity, so I've been learning my songs, and they've been talking about Mariah Carey and how
Oh yeah,
she bombed at the lighting of the tree.
tragedy, right?
Tragedy.
Unbelievable.
I would just say leave that lady alone. Let's hear some J. Cole. I haven't heard it, so.
Anyway, no, yeah. So J. Cole. Let's see. I just happen to have it ready. You know what? He has one called Adolescence. This is '03 Adolescence.
It's clear I'm not that guy, ball player, star player. I'm just watching from the side on the bench, cause my lack of confidence won't let me fly. I ain't grow up with my father, I ain't thinking about that now. Fast forward 4 years or so from now, I'll probably cry when I realize what I missed. But as of now, my eyes are dry, cause I'm trying to stay alive in the city where too many niggas die. Dreaming quiet, trying to die.
That's that J. Cole.
K Michelle has an album out. Anybody want to buy a heart? And also Carrie Underwood, the country singer, has an album out right now, and it's her greatest hits album, Decade. Can you believe Carrie Underwood, a country? She has a greatest hits album. It's crazy to me. But yeah.
Carrie Underwood. Let me see if I can pull it up on Spotify. What's the name of it? It's called. Let me see.
Carrie Underwood, Greatest Hits Decade 1, and K Michelle, she's been promoting her new album also, and it's Anybody Want to Buy a Heart.
Yeah, K Michelle scares the hell out of me. I don't know why, man. She scares.
Really?
Yeah, she's a man eater. Like it's like she was on the radio the other day talking about how many men she slept with and been through. She had an affair with Idris Elba, I guess the actor. Dude.
Yeah, she said she dated him for 8 months.
But he had a wife and a kid and all that. But then now she's like, oh, I let him go back home to his wife. Now she dated J.R. Smith. He said she was crazy. Like she's if you were a guy to get with her and you trying to get in and you just relaxing, like you don't imagine the other guys like the previous, that would be my problem anyway. Maybe I'm just insecure like that. Like I would be listed, like running the list through my head, like how many Knicks players, how many actors, how many rappers.
That's because you care about that shit.
Even Meek Mill, she had an affair with Meek Mill and it admitted it. I'm like, she's the first woman. This is woman empowerment. I don't know. She's the first woman to go in public and you get accepted, admit to like sleeping with all these men and not, that's the fad now in 2000. You got to have a reality show. You got to be kind of a little bit whorish.
You got to be a hoe.
Yeah, man, you got to hoe it around. Anyway, that's it, man. That's all I have. What you got? What you got new? What you working on? What's popping? When you gonna release? You got a new? When you gonna release new music, new song?
Song was released. I'm performing here in Houston, December 28th at Warehouse Live.
Yes. Oh yeah.
just trying to end out the year really well and get on with it.
Yes.
I've been under the weather, so
Get better. You going out to New York. They made you sick. You were out there protesting
yeah, right.
and
Jeez.
braving the streets of New York. I want to commend you for braving the.
Thanks. No, I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even
Hey,
joke and say that I was out there because it was crazy. But, you know,
yes. Anyway,
it's
that is it, man, for this week on
that's
Flip
it.
Hop Radio. Peace, peace.
Peace.